Good weekend, all. Ira Epstein of Linn Associates with your metal market wrap-up, and this is your weekend edition for Friday, September 10th, 2021. Now, I took off a lot of the weekend versions during the summer, enjoyed my weekends, but now it's season time and we're back. Welcome back. So, in this, we look at weekly charts, not the daily charts. And gold has been ugly. It was a big failure this week. You had a disaster week, I think, in stock indices. They pulled back, but not dramatic. You know, if you take a look at the financial update that I just did, the biggest drop was about 2.5%, and most were down about 1.5% for the week. It's not the end of the earth. Energy markets, another strong update. Grains did a little bit of turning too. So let's take a look here at gold. And on a monthly basis, we start off with a monthly chart. Lower highs, lower lows. You're under the 18-month moving average of closes in red. Trend down, bias down since you're under the 18-week, momentum down. Everything's still bearish until this market on a monthly basis gets back over 1916.20. Barring that, the door is still open for a move probably towards that $1,700 an ounce level. On the weekly chart, look where the market's been failing recently, that 18-week average. It keeps coming off these lows, but it makes lower lows, then it made a higher high and complete collapse. If you look at the market this week, you're down 2.29%, which just makes up what the market had peaked out at. That's what I'm trying to show you. The world hasn't ended, but it's been a disappointing time if you've been trying to be bullish the gold market. What about the weekly bar chart? Well, here's the action, and when I put the swing line on it, I don't see a trend. I see a market that this low took out that right there. The high took that out. That's not a trend. If you're in an uptrend, you typically have higher lows, higher highs. This is all taught in my charting course, by the way. What about moving averages? Well, you tell me where the resistance is. You see it. You saw it on the close only, and now you see the regular bar charts. That's where the resistance is. Support comes in against the 100-day average in green, and if you look at the Bollinger Bands, that combination was the right combination to stop the decline just over 4 or 5 weeks ago, and the market got up. But right now, what I'm seeing in this chart is nothing. I see a market that has resistance. It's lost its way. It's sort of waving back and forth. Even momentum isn't going anywhere. The gold-silver ratio, when you're over this number on a weekly chart, it means that silver is not as strong as gold. The higher the numbers go in a perfect world, you need more ounces of silver to get an ounce of gold. Get under it and you change the bias in favor of silver. And on the weekly chart, silver is plain ugly. Lower highs, lower lows. You got to the Bollinger Band 5 weeks ago, held it, and then bounced away. That's what you expect. You're oversold in the market. So I don't know that you're attracting new selling on a weekly chart, but it's certainly right here. You'd have to close back over 25.78 to turn this chart bullish. Until that happens, no, I don't see anything bullish on it. One of my favorite markets, in fact, I have two of them, natural gas and the copper. That's what I said on Bloomberg Now 3 weeks ago. And look, I mean, these are just good markets. Natural gas is like at a 14, 15-year high. You see how the markets come up. So the trend up, the bias up, I think you'll find support in that 440 area. I'd be looking at the daily chart more than the weekly, though, to trade off of the swings are too big on the weekly. Platinum and palladium are going to flounder. Why? Until we get those auto chips, those semiconductors, everything they need, where's the demand? They keep cutting the automotive production. The different plants are just producing the cars that are their highest profit margin right now that are selling, obviously. You can have a high margin, the car doesn't sell. So they're doing that, and that hurts the demand overall for these two catalytic converters, platinum and palladium. In the dollar, you're overbought, but in a trend that's what? Higher lows, higher highs. Now, this trend turns bearish if the market gets through 91.80 and closes the week under the 18-week average. Barring that, the door is still open for a challenge of the 94 level. One of the things I like to do is teach. I think you know that, and we put that out. And then, of course, via teaching, I'm trying to put together for you packages you can work with. Now, twice, Monday through Friday, I put out written updates. I start Sunday night with my first one, 2 on Monday, right until Friday, where I finish with 1. So it's Monday through Thursday, 2, Friday with a minimum of 1, Sunday night. Why? The market's open Sunday night in the futures. I want you to be able to get your hands on what I'm thinking, what I'm saying. I don't walk on water. I'm going to be wrong. I'm going to be right. It's going to go both ways. But there'll be logic behind each of the trade I made, recommendation to you, and you're going to get specific entry prices. You're going to get exit points, stop points, all that, and I'll bring it to you both via writing and then in the mornings at 5:40, I record my charting. So you'll see me breaking down the trades, why I like this trade, what I see, what I don't like in that trade, where I was right, where I was wrong. You live by that. Nobody wins all the time. If you're looking for that guy, I'm not it. How do you get this? Just go to our website. Under free offers, it's right there. In the free offer area, choose what you want, and we'll take care of it for you next week. You can always call my staff, leave a voice message over the weekend. We will call you back. I'm Ira. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you Monday.